Hey everybody. I'm sitting down resting for a minute because I've been in there making gumbo. Yes. Want y'all to see it. Doesn't it look good? Woo. Y'all are out here on the front porch of my canning kitchen with me, and I'm so tickled you are. And if y'all want to see how we made this gumbo, let's go back in here in the canning kitchen and we'll do it, okay? Not without having a bite first. Yeah. Y'all see that deep, rich roux? Y'all see that? It's like a dark chocolate brown gravy. Oh my gracious. Oh yeah. I want to give y'all a bite so bad. I do. Somebody needs to work on that TV for us. Get us some bites so I can send y'all a bite. Anyway, we better get started. First things first, we're going to get our chicken boiling, okay? I got y'all propped up on a cardboard box and everything else. A lot of y'all ask me what I do, and this is an old phone of mine. And I got y'all on a stand, and literally I got it on a big cardboard box. So y'all hang on, okay? We're gonna make us some gumbo. What I've been doing is wash me a chicken. Y'all can kind of see him. I'll get over here where y'all can see him. I did wash him. He had several feathers sticking out of him. And this is not one of my chickens out of my yard. Those are my baby chickens. Yeah, see these feathers? I don't like those feathers in my chicken. No, I don't. But those are my baby chickens. We don't do that. They just give us eggs. And I don't cut the tail off my chicken either, because we're just getting this for stock. Yeah. I rinse him out good. Let him drain. Put him over into the hot tub. Get in, buddy. And I'm going to lay him down in there on his back, because he'll be on the bottom of the pan, and let the breast stay up so they won't get toasted at all. And then I've got me, and my chicken's thawed, y'all, and I got to thinking about when I make gumbo, I love to make plenty to freeze. Y'all know how we love to do that. And that way, I just work hard one time, and then the rest of the time, it's just easy peasy, isn't it? Let me wash my hands good, y'all. Y'all see my soap? I got to get me some hand soap down here, don't I? I just need some soap anyway. Down in here other than that. But y'all know I'll get it together eventually down here in this canning kitchen. Now then. Let's see, I have me some paper towels. Get my hands dried and show y'all what we're gonna do first. I get this going long before I get ready to do any chopping or any other prep, because your chicken needs to boil at least an hour, and I'll let it go hour and a half, so it gets real good and tender and almost just falls off the bone. Y'all see, now I'm filling it up with cool water, okay? Let me scoot y'all just a little bit. One of these days, I'm going to get one of those cameras that can show y'all all over here. That'd be amazing, won't it? I think so, too. Just some cool water here. All right, come on, water. Let's get filled up. And I'll move y'all over here to the stove. We'll get over here on the stove and get to cooking. Something I'll do while it's doing that, filling up. I'm going to put a tablespoon of salt, okay? Okay, y'all? I'm always asking y'all, okay. And this is the only time I will salt on this. I'm going to put about another half a tablespoon. Okay? There we go. That looks like a good amount of water in there. Getting it all covered. This is what we're going to make our stock with, y'all. I'm going to turn y'all around and I'm going to scoot y'all closer, okay? So bear with me. Bear with me if you would. There we go. All right. We'll go on and get this turned on. I hadn't used this often enough. I'm always looking, saying which one turns what on. There we go. All right, guys, we've got our salt. Something I love to put is some pepper, and y'all know I use that pepper melange that's just got red and black and green and pink and and white. I was like, what color did I not name? And y'all see, I'm opening my pepper grinder because I'm just going to pour out about a tablespoon of my peppercorns. Y'all see that? We'll just drop these right in here like that. But now, if you don't have peppercorns, don't panic or anything. Just put you some black pepper in there, okay? That's just what I do. I'm just showing y'all what I do. And that's another thing, y'all can you can ask about 10 people how they make gumbo, and you're gonna get about 10 different recipes. Y'all will see, because it's gonna be a lot of people giving y'all their recipe on here. So that's just how it is. It's a real y'all know gumbo is like a religion, actually. It really is. I mean, we're like Dad said on this is my recipe, you know. And like I say, y'all gonna see that. But so this is my gumbo. This is gonna be our gumbo. This is what I'm gonna feed y'all. And I've got some parsley flakes. I like to put that in here because this is making our stock. When this chicken boils, we're literally making our stock. I'm gonna put a good tablespoon like that in there, okay? Of parsley flakes. Bay leaves. These came from some friends of ours that live down south in Kenner, right at New Orleans. They have a bay leaf tree. Well, a bay tree, not a bay leaf tree. And they picked these, and the reason why I said, oh, is it smells so good. Yes, it does. I see a little stem. I'm going to get that off of there. Not that it would really hurt. And these are smaller little tender leaves. That's why I'm putting several. You can put 2 or 3 big leaves, okay? But this is our stock. This is what gives our gumbo all its flavor there in the beginning. We, of course, will chop and add veggies, but this will be a different, it's another depth of flavor is our stock. Okay, and before I got on here with y'all, I chopped up about 3, or I just shelled or shucked about 3 cloves of garlic. These are nice big ones, aren't they? And I'm going to drop those in there. Let's see what else we're going to be putting in here. All right, y'all. Do y'all remember, I know y'all had to be watched, a lot of you been in the kitchen with me many times before, up in the house, and y'all seen that we've been saving and saving all these things we've been chopping all during the summer. We've been saving up veggies that we've been chopping, and I've been saying this is going to go in our gumbo stock, and y'all have been saying, when are we going to make that gumbo, Amy? Well, now we're using it, so I'm going to have green onion tops. They're going in here. Bell pepper tops. I got a green one. I got a piece of a red one. Ooh, some yellow. Y'all see what a great stock this is going to make. I've got white onion. Some pieces of white onion going in here. I need some celery. Oh, yeah, and see, that's got the celery leaves on there. I love the little leaves, too. Several pieces of celery. You just can't put too much when you're making stock, okay? You just can't. It's just so good. I need some more pieces of celery. I love that celery. And see, this has got a lot of the celery leaves still on there that's been in the freezer. And they said, now we get to join the party. Yes, we do. All right, guys. I think that's going to be pretty good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'll put in here. Before I get off here, I'll be like, oh, yeah. I think that's about it. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and like I say, I'll let that chicken go hour and a half, okay? And I'll get back on here with y'all. We're going to be chopping veggies and sausage and all that, getting everything ready. We got to make that roux. Yes, we do. So anyway, I'm just getting this going because it'll give me plenty of time to take care of itself while we're doing all the rest of it. There was one more thing I was going to tell y'all. I guess I'll think of it later because I can't think of it right now. Still can't think of it. Alright, y'all, I'll be back. I thought of it, guys, of course. I'm using a whole chicken in there, and y'all saw I also put a package of chicken thighs because the thighs are so flavorful. And that's one thing that I'm making y'all my gumbo. I've got me some pretzels for a snack, y'all. But anyway, if you don't have time to boil a whole chicken, that's fine. And to be honest with you, there have been many times I didn't have that time when I was wanting to make my gumbo and serve my family or friends. And I just use chicken thighs and chicken breast. But when I do have time and I want to do it, and more times than not do I find that time, because I like that whole chicken, because all the bones in there and all the skin and fat that really gives your chicken stock the flavor, okay? But if you don't, you can do that, and I would probably get me some chicken broth or chicken stock bought to use. But that's my only thing, is that's what I want to talk to you about, is today I'm going to do it like I do it most of the time, and I do a whole chicken. But now, like I say, if you need to take a shortcut, you take it, okay? Don't let it not make gumbo, because it'll be good. It'll be good. It's just I love that whole chicken in there. That's what I finally remembered. One other thing I'm unpacking, I do put some red pepper flakes, okay? I do, just for a little kick. Nothing that makes it like, let me see how much I usually put in here. Maybe a teaspoon, maybe, okay? And that's another thing, y'all. I have never, ever, ever in my life measured gumbo to give a recipe. And I realized a lot of y'all want a recipe book, and so I'm going to have to come up with that. And I'll get down in here by myself and really come up with measurements. But y'all see just a real nice shaking of the red pepper flakes if you want it to have just a tiny little kick. It's that kick that you get after you've swallowed it down, and it just kind of hits the back of your tongue a little bit, like, oh yeah, there's a little something in there. That's all it is. Not anything that makes it hot, okay? Guys, we are finally making gumbo. Yay! Y'all are down here in the canning kitchen with me. Yes, y'all are. And we've got our chicken going over here. Doesn't that look good with all our frozen veggies we've been saving all summer? Let's see, I'll get y'all over here, show you what it's looking like. Doesn't that look good? Yes, it does. Yummy. All right, like I said, those are going to go about an hour, hour and a half. Probably going to be closer to an hour and a half. I'm going to try to put y'all over here without spilling y'all or knocking y'all over, so y'all can get a front row seat right here. Okay. Stay. Everybody be still. Be still, be still. All right, y'all, let me rinse my hands off another time. I have not brought my celery down in here. I got to run up and get that in the kitchen, but I was going to go on and show you some other stuff. We're going to put vegetables that we're going to put in our gumbo. It's going to be yellow onion and green onions, the white and the green part, yes, and I save a little bit to put on top like for a garnish, and green bell pepper, and red bell pepper, and garlic. Did I say garlic already? I don't think I did. And celery, like I say, is up in the kitchen and in the house, and so I'm gonna have to run up and get that. But I'm gonna be chopping away. And something I wanted to tell y'all, I won't keep y'all on here. One time I am just gonna do a chopping show, okay? But I chop all mine small, okay? Because my husband's not big on veggies. But that's another thing. Don't skimp on this, because your vegetables is what gives your gumbo all the flavor. But I chop them really, really small, and I cook them down in my roux till they're really soft. And by the time you let them stew in there, they almost just kind of disappear a little bit in there and just give it great, great flavor, okay? Something that I have found through the years, when I started making gumbo 30 years ago, but they've come out with this in the last several years recently. This seasoning blend, and you see it's got the red and green bell peppers, and it's got the onion and celery and even some parsley in it. And that's another thing, I gotta go get my parsley plant and get it in. I'll get it inside down here with us, and so I'm gonna do that, and I'll get back on here when I've got all the veggies chopped up, and we'll start making that roux, okay? In the meantime, I better get busy. Okay, y'all, secondly, we need to start on our roux, because it takes a while. Gumbo roux is dark, 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 like chocolate, okay? And that's what gives it all your gumbo its depth. I mean, and without that, you're not making gumbo. I've actually had people say, Amy, I made you gumbo, but I just skipped the roux. And I'm like, no, you didn't make my gumbo. You made a big old pot of soup or something. But anyway, it's very important, and it's fine as long as you've got the time, or you do your time well, you manage it, And so we've got our chicken boiling, and now we're fixing to start on the roux. And while the roux is cooking, I'm right here beside it, because you do need to babysit it. But we're going to be chopping veggies too, okay? I'm going to get y'all down here into my pot right here. Let me just bring y'all down. Does that work? Yeah, that works pretty good, doesn't it? I'm going to get this figured out one day. Okay, guys, into my pot. This is a big old pot. I got this from Pampered Chef several years ago now, and it's a non-stick pot, and I like it, so you need to use a wooden spoon in it. And like I say, I never ever measured on this, okay? But I'm using vegetable oil this time, and I'm gonna put, goodness gracious, I pour to cover the bottom, okay? So y'all think maybe that's a quarter of a cup to a half a cup, somewhere around in there. I mean, I'm really needing y'all. I'm needing y'all. I don't always use vegetable oil. Sometimes I use corn oil. Sometimes I use peanut oil. I love to use peanut oil because it can really get hot and a high smoke point. But it's up at my outdoor kitchen, and I'm not. We gotta get cooking on this gumbo, don't we? So I've got this cooking. I've already got my fire turned on down in here, and I've got some all-purpose flour right here that we're gonna put a little bit into. All right, my camera wants to be one way or another, but don't want to be on that pot. Okay. And I'm going to put about the same amount of all-purpose flour. So if we said that was maybe a half a cup, it should take about 2 of these little quarter-cup scoops, I think. I think, y'all. Like I say, I've never measured my gumbo. I've never done all that. I just make it. And y'all are right. Y'all want a cookbook? Well, I need to do a cookbook because what if I forget all these recipes one day? I'll be like, what are we going to do? All right, y'all. Let's see. Let's see if I can bring y'all on down here like that. Yeah. Now then, y'all can see in this pot, and like I say, I normally, whatever that means, huh? Most of the time, we'll start with that. Most of the time, it takes around 30 minutes, sometimes 40, to get that dark chocolate colored roux, okay? But y'all don't panic or anything. Don't be like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, Amy. Because like I say, you can start this. We still got to chop all our sausage, and then we're gonna quick sear that. You know, I like to sear my sausage and render a little bit of fat off of it. And we got to cut all those vegetables up. So we got time. We got time. And that's another thing I want to talk to y'all about. If you don't have time to just sit all day and cook gumbo, because it takes most of the day, don't be discouraged about it, because I have worked more of my life out of the home when we didn't have our own business, and I worked and I picked kids up from school, and then I would still try to have family and friends and big gatherings at the house. So like I say, most of my life I worked out of the home and really didn't have time to spend all day to cook gumbo. So what I would do, what I've done many times, one day I might boil the chicken like we got right here beside us and debone it and put it in a container in the refrigerator. And same day I probably would chop all my sausage and pan fry it, then put it in the refrigerator. And then the next day I might chop veggies. And y'all know a lot of times while I'm chopping veggies, I'll also put I'll chop a whole bunch while I'm chopping, like just celery, for instance. Like this time I'm chopping celery, I'll save some because we're about to make dressing and things like that come Thanksgiving. And I'll put that in a freezer bag in the refrigerator, in the freezer. So, y'all see what I'm saying? You can kind of spread it out over a couple of days or 2 or 3 days. And I have even before, when I've been real busy, because like I say, I'll have big gatherings, I need to clean the house, you know, I've got decorating to do. So I have actually a few times cooked my sausage, chopped up, froze it, same way with my chicken. Froze it, froze my chicken stock, and then put it all back together. To me, it's almost like you're actually causing some more work on yourself, but when you don't have time to just do it all day, then it helps. It helps a lot to do step by step, but we're going to do it all day today. Yeah, we are. We're not going to stop. Y'all see this? I'm wanting to show y'all. I don't have enough flour in there, is what I'm wanting to show y'all. Y'all see how it's still kind of runny? A little too runny like that. That's not going to be enough, so I'm going to get another one of these little 1/4 cup scoops. But y'all see whenever I'm doing those 1/4 cup scoops, you see it's not actually full. You see this big old part here. So I'm going to put a little more, and I just stir around till I see a particular amount of thickness, a consistency it's got. Y'all see that? You see that, how you can see where I drew the spoon? Yeah. That's going to be perfect. So if I'd have done 2 of those full 1/4 cup scoops, then we would have been all right. We would have been just fine, wouldn't we? Get y'all back down here once this through for a minute. See if there's anything else. Oh, that's another thing I was going to say is you really need to love whoever you're cooking gumbo for. Right. I know, it takes a long time. It does. Y'all see I'm wearing my fleur-de-lis earrings today? We're just really going to get into it, aren't we? Yes, we are. Y'all see it's actually starting to turn just a little bit while we're talking, huh? I'm going to turn it down. That's another thing. Don't do it too fast. Like if you just say, well, I'm just going to turn it on high and get it real cooked real fast, Amy. Well, that's not going to work real good. So about medium high, okay? Medium to medium high. And when I turn around here and start chopping vegetables, I'll turn it down like medium low, okay? Because you're really supposed to stand here, but now I hadn't made enough time to be able to just stand here and cook my roux for 30, 40 minutes, okay? I hadn't done that. If y'all come up with that, y'all please let me in on that secret. I'd love to get in on it. Anyway, you see it's starting to toast. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure it's down medium low. We're going to start chopping veggies. Now next, yeah, I'm going to finish up my veggies because I'd already begun on it. And then we're going to chop up our sausage. I'll show y'all what kind of sausage I use. I love this sausage. Y'all see that says Down Home? And I see it at Brookshire's and Walmart and Sam's Club. It's Down Home hickory smoked sausage. I love how smoky it is because it really makes your gumbo have a smoky flavor to it. And that's another thing, when you get gumbo together, to me, it's better the next day after it's sat and lent all its flavors together. What they call that, married? After they get married, it's really good. That's not the only sausage you can use. You can use whatever kind you like, okay? That's what you need to do. I just like it to have a nice smoky flavor to it to go in my gumbo. And sometimes I have used this andouille, and it is delicioso. Yes, it is. I'm not going to do that today. I always put this in my jambalaya. So we'll make that one day too, okay? I'm going to put that back down in there, though. I was just wanting to show y'all some of the sausages I use. You can use whatever kind of sausage you like. Seriously, I just like it to say smoked, which honestly most sausages are, aren't they? And I don't do the hot or one with green onion or anything like that. I just use plain smoked sausage. But whatever you want to do is what you do. Y'all see, this is going to have to cook up for a while, isn't it? I'll come back on here every time it turns a shade or two and show y'all how it does, but I'm going to get over here and get to chopping, and then I'll get back on here with y'all. Hey y'all, we just about to get through chopping. Yes, we are. Like I was saying earlier, gumbo doesn't just take a lot of love going into the dish. It literally takes blood, sweat, and tears sometimes. It sure does. So anyway, that's why I always make enough I can freeze and eat it later too, because y'all know we love it. We love it. Yes, we do. I was wanting to get on here and show y'all kind of like if you've got a pen and paper or pencil and paper, you can write down some of these measurements. I'm going to try to do a little measuring with you when I finish chopping. I got half a red bell pepper to chop. I was just going to get on here and see how everybody's day's going. I hope good, and I hope if it's not good that the Lord's walking with you and helping you get through it, because we don't always have those good days, do we? I always throw my middle vein out, that white part. I just do. Right now, what we got going on this week is we have finally, my youngest son has finally purchased a home, and it's right here down the road from us. And he and his bride we're trying to get it fixed up, and we started trying to buy this home in January, right? And it's October. Yeah, it is. But and she's having a baby in the middle of November. Well, that's her due date. The doctor keeps saying every week, might be this week, and we're just like, ah! But so we really thought when we started trying to get this house, we would have all summer basically and spring to get it fixed up, but that's just not the way it's worked out. They just closed on it Friday, and this is the beginning of the next week, and so here we see it. But that's the thing about it is God has his timing, doesn't he? And he knows when we need stuff and when we don't need stuff. So we just keep our faith. That's where that's got to kick in, and say God knows what we need and he knows when we need it. So and sometimes we may never know why we didn't get that house, or why we didn't get somewhere on time, or why this road was closed. Like we seem like we're getting detoured around, but God knows why. So we just keep that faith, and he's gonna get us through it. He's gonna get us through it in this house. They do have another little home they're living in, and it's a small little mother-in-law suite. And so we've got it figured out how they can have the baby over there. We're trying real hard now that we've got this time, and it seems that's the way our life goes. Does y'all seem that way? It seems like it's like last minute, last minute, last minute. Everything just right now. And so we're kind of accustomed to that. So whatever, whatever, we'll get it. So that's what we're doing this week, is flooring and painting and moving and all that good stuff. I saved a few green onions to put on the top, okay? And that was just a whole bundle of green onions. Y'all actually saw me chopping those. So I've got this just to garnish with. And so we'll try to do some measurements of veggies. This is going to be about 2 cups of chopped celery, okay? And y'all seen me chop celery before. I do pull the little strings out of the back, you know, most of them anyway. That's about 2 cups of chopped celery. And 1 green bell pepper chopped. I wish y'all were closer to me so y'all can see this. Phooey, phooey, phooey. And that whole bunch of green onions, okay? Right here going in. I'm just sticking them in this container so I can get to chopping on that sausage. And 1 red bell pepper we just chopped together. But anyway, y'all tell me what y'all been up to this week. What's going on? A lot of you do tell me. A lot of you have sweet, sweet stories, sweet memories. A lot of you are going through some hard times right now, and I keep you all in my prayers. Every single one of you, I do. I do. Okay, we've got 1 red bell pepper, 1 green bell pepper, 1 white onion, okay? Or actually, this was a yellow sweet onions, what it called. I would have loved Vidalias. I just didn't have any today. And then I did 4 cloves of chopped garlic, okay? 4 cloves of chopped garlic, and I did hand chop this from fresh this time. I didn't use that squeeze out pre-chopped, because this is gumbo. This is my religion, right? We can't skimp on gumbo, can we? And y'all know that package I showed y'all, that seasoning blend, it's thawed. So it's going in here too. Yes, it is. Why not? It's the same, all the same stuff in it. I'm gonna run and go get my parsley plant that's growing outside, because I need to start getting it inside anyway. It's getting about time we gotta bring all our plants in, and I'll be right back with y'all, okay? Hey guys, I'm back. I know y'all want to go up the driveway with me and get this parsley plant with me. I know you did, but my stinking battery's almost dead on my camera, and I'm so sorry, because I'll take y'all another day, I promise, okay? We'll take a stroll together. But here's my parsley I've been growing all spring and summer. Isn't he pretty? And using off of. I'm gonna go on and bring him in. I don't know how well he's gonna do inside, but it's about to get frost time around here, so we might just better use him up, huh? Let me get some sprigs off of here, and we're gonna put that in our gumbo too. And if not, you can use fresh, or you can put just some more of that whenever you get ready to put your veggies in. Just some dried parsley, okay? Don't be too particular about it. It's not that big a deal. I just like to grow it fresh, and like I say, that's about to come to an end. But we'll enjoy it as long as we can. I'm gonna rinse this off. Okay, I got it rinsed off, and I'm just gonna chop it. Go in there with our veggies. Get us some fresh parsley. It just smells fresh, literally. It's hard to explain, but it just has a real fresh smell. Y'all can't see past my plant there. There we go. And how much do y'all think that is? A couple of tablespoons right there. Yeah, I'm gonna chop it finer, but I think it's about a couple of tablespoons. I do. Something like that. And if you're gonna put fresh, you can just put like a heaping tablespoon. I mean dry, not fresh. That dry that I put in our chicken stock over there, you can just put like a heaping tablespoon in, okay? And that's about 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley. Literally, we just picked it, didn't we? Okay, y'all. I'm gonna get all cleaned up, and I'm gonna start chopping sausage. I'll see y'all in just a little bit. Okay, guys, we're chopping sausage. Yes, we are. It's a few steps to this, isn't it? All right. You can get in there and make this recipe your own, though. You can say, well, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. And this is a chicken and sausage gumbo. I always used to make, when I first started making this, like 30 years ago, I would put shrimp as well. But I would make one serving, or one time serving, like, you know, I'm just going to serve the family. And that would be it. We'd eat it all up. But then once I started taking it places and sharing it with people, you'd find a lot of people that were allergic to shrimp or any kind of shellfish. And so I'm real vain, y'all. I have to cut that little bitty tip end off. I can't stand that. I can't. I like them all to be real pretty. I'm doing these slices like this. So anyway, I quit putting the shrimp in there is what I was getting at. Just some thin little slices like that. You can chop it however you like to do it in gumbo, but I like to have them whole, like, you know, a nice bite of sausage. If my son, John Tyler, gets here before, he's the one that we're fixing up the house for with his little bride. He loves to just get some of that fried sausage. Sausage buttons is what we call it. He'll snitch him a few. And Mama usually cooks a few extra just so he can snitch him some. I don't mind it at all. But yeah, I don't put the shrimp anymore just because I'm going to freeze it. And when I reheat it, I don't want the shrimp to be overdone. You know, shrimp's particular about that. It doesn't like to just get cooked and cooked and cooked. So I don't do that anymore. But sometimes, every once in a while around Christmas, I will put shrimp in it again, make it a little extra special. But what I'll do is if I pre-make my gumbo, then I save it until right before we're all going to eat it as a big old family, and I'll add my shrimp the last, you don't have to put them in there 15 minutes, you know, they're done in that. And I have, even before, boiled my shrimp separately in a pot. And of course they're shell off, deveined, tail off. And then put it over in there like that. So I love it with shrimp in there too, but I found that so many either don't like it or they're allergic or something like that. And so I like mine to be very anybody friendly. So this is a sausage and chicken one, okay? But you can still put shrimp if you want to. You could do this whole entire recipe without the sausage and chicken and just do shrimp gumbo if you want to. And you could do it exactly like I'm doing it. But I would not put that shrimp in there, like I say, until you let this cook and stew for a while, and maybe 10-15 minutes before you're going to eat it, you know, and let your shrimp get done, because they don't take any time at all to be done and ready. So anyway, that's us talking about some seafood in here. And there's many types of gumbo. There's crab gumbo. Goodness gracious alive. My grandmother and her sister, my great aunt Dean, they would put liver in it, and they would put duck in it. Like I say, you find 10 people and you get them to make you a gumbo, and you're going to get 10 different gumbos, that's for sure. It's like our own little religion, it sure is. But you know what? They're all good. That much I know. Yes, they are. All of them are good. Y'all, this was probably somewhere around 2 pounds of smoked sausage, okay? And y'all saw earlier, I showed y'all that packaging. It's like a down-home smoked sausage. You can use whatever you want. Like I say, you could use andouille if you want to. I put andouille in my jambalaya, but I don't do it in my... I just love how smoky this is. But andouille is smoked as well. So whatever you want to do. I'm fixing to get this on the stove, and then we're going to check on that roux. Alright? I'll be right back. I'm back. We're over at the stove now. We're stirring on our roux. I want y'all to see what color it's become over here. I'm just going to move y'all down here at all the action. Y'all think we're utilizing the stove enough? We've got sausage cooking here. Y'all hear it sizzling? Yeah. Like I say, I just render some of the fat out of it so it won't be a bunch of fat floating in the top of my gumbo, okay? And I know people that don't do that, and I mean, that's fine. Like I say, everybody does what they want to do, right? But I do. And also, it caramelizes the outside of those slices of sausage good, and they seem to keep their integrity better to me, and not seem like they're a boiled piece of meat, but they were actually caramelized first. You can tell the difference, I promise. If we go somewhere and we eat that when we leave, my husband, well, y'all know, John will say they didn't pre-cook their sausage. He's kind of rotten it, and he's kind of rotten to how I cook. Y'all see this roux, how pretty it's getting down in here? I'm going to turn it down a little bit before it gets away from us. Y'all see that? It almost looks like chocolate, doesn't it? But it's not quite there, not quite. And a few things. I got my veggies ready. When we get this the color we want it, we're going to put all these veggies we chopped in there. And do y'all remember? That's what I was wanting to talk to y'all about. My chicken has finished its boil for about an hour and a half. And I've just got it kind of cooling over here. I'm going to get over here and debone it, okay? Get back in here and keep this stirring. Y'all see what a pretty color it is? And that's been going for about, since I started with y'all, about 30 minutes, okay? So, but like I say, I'm not standing right over it. I'm chopping and stuff. So maybe if you stood right over it, you might could do it a little faster. Because I want to make sure it's not going to burn, and I turn it down on medium low, okay? But anyway, this is the part I was going to talk to y'all about. This, yeah, I didn't want to forget, sassafras filet. We're also going to put that in there. Y'all remember we made that together? Yeah. And listen, if you don't have this, I think in the stores it's called filet gumbo. But if you don't have it, don't fret about it. If you make it and don't put any of this, it's still going to taste fine, okay? But we're going to put it. Yeah, we are. Because we homemade it this year, didn't we? Yes, we did. I know it. All right, guys. And if y'all are wondering where we homemade it, this came from sassafras tree right here in our yard, growing by one of our water wells. You can find sassafras trees on fence rows and such as that. And I go through all of that on that sassafras Filet video, and it's video number 1 when we picked them way back in August, and then video number 2 when we took the dried leaves after they've been drying for about a month and we ground them up. So y'all just scroll back and you'll be able to find it. But like I say, if you don't have it, you can buy it in stores, or you could order it on Amazon. I'm sure you can get anything on Amazon. And if you don't have it and you want to make this right now, just don't worry about it, okay? I haven't always put it in there. I haven't always had it at times. So, like I say, don't fret about that. Really don't. Y'all see how pretty this is getting? I mean, that's way darker than it was, huh? I'll turn this around. Y'all can kind of see on the edges how light it was at one time. And how dark it is. And we're going to get it a little darker than this, okay? I'll push mine to where almost you think it's going to burn. Now y'all see why I love to use peanut oil, which I didn't have down in here today. Now y'all see why, because peanut oil can really get hot on you. But anyway, I'm going to continue to stir on this, and I'm not leaving it this time. I'm going to babysit for the next 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll come back on here and tell y'all what we do next. It's only been about 3 more minutes, y'all, but y'all know I got a story, right? But a lot of y'all love these stories. First of all, I want to say I'm so excited for a lot of y'all, because I've even had some of you say, you talked about wanting to cook gumbo, and your husband said, you don't know how to cook gumbo. And she said, yeah, I'm going to learn how to cook gumbo from a girl in Louisiana, a friend of mine. And they're like, you don't have any friends in Louisiana? And I think one of you even said, ha, you know. So I love that. I was like, yeah, you do have a friend in Louisiana. Yes, you do, because I love y'all, and I love teaching y'all this very much so. One of the times that I've made this gumbo, well, first of all, I want to brag on John. Yes, I did. We'll go down to New Orleans with friends of ours often, because it's only about 4 hours away from us, 3.5, 4. Depends on how fast you drive. But we'll go down there, and we were sitting in a restaurant one time. We were all eating some good food, some gumbo. And I looked at John, and I said, baby, isn't this good? Isn't it good? And he sort of had this weird look on his face, and he was like, yeah, it's good. You know, he just seemed sort of, as a matter of fact, like, you know, not all excited. And so I thought, well, something must be wrong. You know, I'll ask him later, because that's how John and I do. We're not going to discuss anything like that in front of everybody. So I thought, when we get back to the hotel room, I'll just ask him what's going on. So I did later that night. I thought about it. I said, baby, what was bothering you? Or is something wrong? And he said, how did he put it? He said, well, baby, you cook so good at the house, it's hard for me to get excited when I'm in a restaurant. I like yours better. You cook so good. And I mean, he said, and I hope you don't get mad at me. You know, I hope I'm not upset. And I said, no, you're not upsetting me. That's like the ultimate compliment. So, I just, you know, that's always stayed with me. I just love that he was, saying that. You know, I hate he can't get excited other places though, because now look what I have done. He expects me to cook it. But anyway, that's what he said. So anyway, I consider that a great compliment. But one of the times I made this gumbo, the most challenging time. Y'all see how dark this Roux's getting? I mean, when I said chocolate, y'all like, well, you weren't kidding, were you? I'm not. Y'all see that? We went with the Boy Scout troops. Our youngest son was in the troop. He became an Eagle Scout. And we're great friends, like family, with all the people that all us parents would travel with them, and the leaders, Miss Robin. And one year we went off, we trekked off all the way to South Dakota to Mount Rushmore. And we stayed at, I think it's General Custer's Park, State Park. Yeah, I can't remember. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, y'all. anyway, is this gorgeous, gorgeous, unbelievable park, and it is, I don't know how many acres, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of acres of rolling hills and mountains, and it's just breathtaking. Prairie dogs were everywhere, and I said something like, we stopped on the side of the road driving into the park. I was like, there's some prairie dogs, and they're like, Amy, this is South Dakota. There's no prairies here. And but you know what? We looked it up. They were prairie dogs. Yeah, they had signs out. So I said, ha ha, goody goody. So anyway, that wasn't the story I was going to tell y'all. They wanted me to cook gumbo one night to feed all the troops. And we were staying in this park, and there was tons of troops from all over the country staying there. And then you had the staff there. So I thought I'd make a big old batch of it. And the most challenging time was John and I had rented in this park a little pop-up camper. And y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like, it's not 15 feet long, 10, 12, and it's not 7 feet wide, and literally it pops up like a tent and makes your roof over your head. That's what I cooked gumbo in for about 100 people. Needless to say, I started that morning while I was drinking my coffee, and I fed everybody supper that night, cooking gumbo. That was quite a challenge because my stove wasn't this big. I mean, literally, it was about that wide in this little old pop-up camper. You can imagine. I mean, because most people with any sense not going to try to cook gumbo for about 100 people in their pop-up camper. But we did. And let's see, I stopped the sink up umpteen times. John had to come in and unstop it. I kept tripping the breaker on the poor little thing trying to cook because I had so much electricity going. John kept having to go get it back going. I said, these people are never going to let us rent a camper from them again because I was utilizing it. You hear me? Yes, I was. All right, y'all, get down here. Look at that. Yes. Yeah. That is getting so close. I want to show y'all. Look at that. Now that is a Roux. Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've had people tell me that before because this takes so long. And you just get that in a jar. Deep breath, deep breath. Because I'm like, no, you can't get that in no jar, okay? I'm just saying, just saying. All right, guys, now I'm going to get y'all down here. I'll quit telling all my story time, although I know a lot of y'all love it, and I love that you love it. Y'all see it? Now it is time, y'all. Time for all our veggies we chopped earlier. Yes, it is. Let's get each and every little guy. They all want to join in on the party. They said, we don't want to miss out. Please get us in there. And I am. I don't want you to miss out. We all worked hard chopping y'all up. Yes, we did. There we are. Y'all see that? Oh, y'all see it? And I tell you what I wouldn't give for y'all to be able to smell that. Oh, my goodness gracious alive. Yes. Y'all see I'm sweating. I told you it was blood, sweat, tears, and love that goes in the gumbo. Okay, y'all. I'm just getting this all stirred in real, real good. Oh, I want y'all to see this. Let me get y'all down here. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll come back after we're going to cover it a little bit. Let me crank this up and get these going again. And what this does, actually, is it stops the cooking of the roux. Okay, the roux's not going to get any darker for you now because we got it right where we want it. And now we've got all our veggies in there. What was that? Red bell pepper, green bell pepper, onion, white onion or yellow onion, green onion, parsley, garlic, and celery. We got the Holy Trinity in there plus some, huh? All right, guys. Okay, now I'm going to show y'all what I do here. First of all, I'm going to turn it back down on medium low, okay? And I'm putting the lid on. That way it's going to kind of steam my vegetables and soften them all up so they won't be crunchy little bits in our gumbo, okay? And y'all see this Our sausage over here is just about to get caramelized up. I'm going to go on and turn them off. John will be so proud for using the stove up like this. He will, he will. He's been working hard on this kitchen for me. Y'all see how caramelized they look? Doesn't that look good? And see, that's something you won't get if you just stick your sausage straight over in your gumbo. It's not going to get that caramelization on it, okay? So, I'm just trying to talk about any shortcuts you might try to take, and they'll work, and they'll be all right, but it's not going to have that caramelization, and man, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss it. Yes, you are. All right. One more important part. I know I talked about it so much, I guess I was going to forget about it. Get y'all right there. Some of this sassafras filet, if you have it, okay? It smells so good. Y'all just watch me, okay? I'm sprinkling. All right. What is that? A good teaspoon and a half, maybe 2 teaspoons, probably not. And that's what I'm going to put in there. And what sassafras filet does, originally, get my wooden spoon to stir this in. Way back when you may not have had flour and stuff to make a roux, and you needed to thicken your gumbo. So way back, people would use this sassafras filet to thicken on their gumbo. Also, that is what okra does. If you want to put okra in your gumbo, it will help to kind of thicken and bring it together. I do not put okra in my gumbo. I would love okra in my gumbo. Let me just say that. But John Murray, in his little rotten self, he does not like okra. I know. Y'all get him for me. But he doesn't. So sometimes I'll actually boil me some in a small little pot, and as I'm serving mine, I'll put me some okra over in it. But I'm not going to today. But that's originally why okra was put into it too, was to kind of thicken on it. But of course we had flour today. We were in high cotton. We had flour and oil, and so we really didn't have to have it. But I like it for its little flavor it puts in there. Oh my goodness, see the difference between how the vegetables smelled before and after is amazing to me. So I hope you can get some, and if not, it's still gonna be good, okay? I'm not lying to you about that. I promise. It's still gonna be good. I gotta smell it one more time. Ooh, it smells good. I want to show y'all what these are looking like. Let me click y'all off of here and bring y'all down with me. There we go. Let's see what that's looking like. Doesn't that look good? Y'all see how much of a depth of flavor is in that. I mean, we've been working on that, and you can taste it. You can taste that in your gumbo, I promise. Okay? Trying to keep y'all there. I keep tipping y'all over on me. I know I'm not taking good care of y'all today, am I? I know it. I tipped y'all over a minute ago, and y'all literally fell over on me. I'll probably edit that out, maybe if I remember. All right, like I say, about 7-10 minutes. I'm gonna let these soften. And I'm going to drain my sausage because I don't like all that fat floating in the top of my gumbo. And then I'm going to debone my chicken, and we will put all of this together. Are y'all still with me? I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all said y'all wanted to make gumbo, didn't you? All right, y'all, we got to get this chicken deboned. Let's see here. He's just falling apart. I literally pull him out by pieces in here. Y'all see that? I mean, he's not even a whole chicken anymore. I love it. I love it. I'm going to get him all down in here so I can let him cool just a bit before I go to deboning. Y'all remember we also put that package of thighs in here. It's going to be good. Yes, it is. I can't wait for y'all to make this for some of your family. I know a lot of you is excited, and I'm excited too. Very, very, very excited too. Yes, I am. Some of these veggies is coming out with my chicken. That's okay. As I'm deboning, I'll just pick the veggies out. Yes, I will. And this stock is fabulous. It's deep, rich color. Oh my goodness, it's good. Good, 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 and fabulous. Okay, y'all. Oh, I see one more little piece of a chicken thigh in there. Yeah, buddy, we gotta get you in out here. Yes, we do. Okay, guys. Now, I'm gonna come over there closer to y'all. I've got me this pot right here that I'm just gonna strain the rest of this out because we're gonna use this in our gumbo. Yes, we are. You get back in there. Okay. Come around here to y'all. I'm going to pour this in here. I don't know if y'all can see. I don't think you can. There we are. You see what a beautiful, beautiful color it is. It just already smells so flavorful. All you goodies. Y'all see those chicken pieces? I will be going back in and getting those out. Oh, yes, I will. Never fear, no worries. I promise. Matter of fact, let's see. Here's my fork right here. I'm going to get those out right now. I've got me a clean glass bowl here. Start putting my chicken pieces in. I am not going to make y'all sit here with me this whole time and debone the chicken. I know, because y'all know I could yak the whole time, but I don't know if that video would ever post. So I'm going to get this chicken deboned, and then I'll be right back on with y'all. Yes, I will. Y'all, I thought I'd hop back on here and talk to you about this big old stainless steel bowl, because lots of you have asked me, where did you get that? And, of course, there's a story there. Last winter, John, during the winter time, y'all know he works can to can't and sun up to sundown during the summer. During the winter is when our work falls off some. I'm just chopping some of this chicken I've already deboned, getting nice sized pieces to eat. But anyway, it was this past winter, and he said, baby, you want to ride with me? I got several errands to run, and one was to go to Tool City in Ruston, Louisiana, which is just not far from us. And I said, well, sure. So I rode with him. Well, he thought I was just going to be having errands, going and doing errands with him. All man stuff, you know. Well, we get in that Tool City, and he's getting man stuff. And there, I find this section. I'm just walking around with him, and all of a sudden I start seeing all kinds of things. Huge section of kitchen stuff. And y'all see it's really big, oversized stuff. I don't know if it's for restaurant supply or like at cooking outdoor kitchen. I don't know, but I thought, hey, I could use that. And so I found all kinds of stuff in there I wanted. Of course, I didn't get it that day, but I just had a fit. And I said, oh, baby, I love so much stuff in here. And so we ended up going back later, and while we were in there, he said, well, baby, let's go and get you some of those things you want for Christmas. And he surprised me. It was real sweet. But when we got out of there, after he'd spent some money on me, on my big stuff, he said, and there I thought I was safe to let you go in this Tool City with me. So anyway, I love that because he got to spend some money on me. Yes, he did. But he wanted to. He was just picking around with me. He didn't care. And he knows I'm going to utilize it because we're utilizing it right now, aren't we? Yes, we are. I'm about to be finished, and we're going to put this gumbo together. I'm going to come clip y'all off, okay? Okay, y'all. I am just about to be finished. Y'all see that? This chicken is so hot. I was like, hot cha-cha! It was hot. Goodness gracious. Y'all see I don't have much left. Just pretty much bones, huh? Even on the backbone. You can get off the backbone this thing. We call it an oyster. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That's a nice piece of meat. Very flavorful. And I tell you what, as a cook in the kitchen, you got to have some tough fingers, don't you? Because you picking up piping hot stuff. And what I was going to come on here and show y'all, some of these pieces of chicken has some veggies kind of stuck to it a little bit. You see it's got a little bit of parsley or celery. You know, that's no big deal. That's just an added little bonus, right? Yeah. Yes, it is. So I just wanted to show y'all that. Don't think you got to get in there and get every little giblet off. See, that looks like some celery leaves that cooked down for us. Yeah, right there in our gumbo. Yeah. But I do make sure I pick. Y'all see I'm picked through it because I don't like to get bones or gristle in my dish. I just don't. And I know a lot of people that will cook whole pieces of chicken in their dish. You know, it's got bones and everything. And that's perfectly fine how you do it. It sure is. And if I knew that going in, well, I'd just be picking around. But I love to sit down and just eat away at it. And so does John. So I go on and pre-pick out all the bones and gristle and all that stuff. Woo! Still hot, still hot. Yeah. All right. Literally, I'm kind of down to to bones. Yes, I am. Put that over there. And chop the rest of this up, and we are going. Y'all hear one of my roosters? They've come up outside here. They go all over the yard during the day when I let them out. I hope y'all can hear them. If it was cooler, I'd have the windows open down here in this cannon kitchen. But it's not cooler today here in Louisiana. It's warmed on up on us. Louisiana always teases us, and we think, "Oh, fall's here," and we break out our sweaters, and then it says, "Surprise! It's hot again." That's just Louisiana weather, isn't it? All right, that's gonna be a big amount of chicken to put in there, isn't it? I just want to sit down here and eat this chicken right now, y'all. Yeah, I do. But I hope y'all can hear my rooster outside. He keeps a crowing. I let them out during the day, and they go all over the yard, and they scratch and see what they can find to eat, and have them a good time. And your chickens really do good if you let them do that. Of course, we do lock them up at night because we have coyotes and fox, and mostly what we deal with is raccoons and possums getting in there on our chickens. So yeah, we gotta lock them all up at night. But during the day, I let them out and they have a good time. They love it. I'm gonna get all cleaned up, y'all, and we're gonna get back over that stove, and we're gonna put this gumbo together. Okay, guys, we stirring up that gumbo. Yes, we are. All right, y'all. I turned the fire back on my Roux. I turned it off while we were deboning that chicken because it was done. Yes, it was. And here's all that chicken stock that we strained. It is time. Y'all know how close we are to gumbo? Oh, we are close. You hear me? We are. I don't quite need all that stock. Do not throw that stock away. You put that, you put it in a freezer bag or freezer container. Oh my goodness. That and something else. Yeah. Anytime you need chicken stock. We got a little laying yap going on, don't we? A little extra bonus there. Some extra chicken stock. Y'all see this? I'm going to bring this to a bowl. And we're going to put the chicken and the sausage in there, and we're going to have gumbo. Just that fast. Let's see here, y'all, if I can do this without making a mess. Maybe. Of course, half the cooking is making a mess up in the kitchen, isn't it? I know it. I've made messes for years. Of course, I was willing to clean them up right by myself. My mama would fuss. My mom don't like messes. She never did. No, she doesn't. But you gotta make a mess to cook good, don't you? You do. I know it. Y'all see how good this is looking? Right? I know it. All our sausage. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down, and honest to goodness, you got gumbo, okay? Of course, I got to go make some rice to put it on. John and I don't eat it on potato salad. I would, but he doesn't do potato salad, so I always do what John does. That's just what I do as a wife. Let's see. Let me get this lid on here. We're going to get this boiling. But what I was going to tell y'all is it's done. You know, basically that's gumbo. Make you some rice and you can serve it with crackers. We like it with just saltine crackers. You can serve it with some French bread, some toasted French bread, whatever you want to do. But I usually, it's early enough in the day, I can let this simmer on low. And at times, like when I make it for a big group, I put it in a big roaster and turn that down on low, kind of like a crock pot. Sometimes I'll put it in a big crock pot and I'll just let it simmer and cook. And right now, I'm just going to leave it in this pot. And it's on low. After I bring it to a boil, I bring everything up to a boil, then I turn it down on low and let it simmer. And it can go 20 minutes, it can go an hour, couple of hours in a crock pot or a roaster. Like I say, whatever you need it to do, it can do that, okay? And I'm just going to turn mine down on low because John and I will eat here in an hour and a half, couple of hours now. And so he'll be fine right there. But a lot of times I will stick it in a crock pot and turn it on low or warm, or I'll put it in a big roaster and I'll make a big, when my whole family comes, like at Christmas, I'll put it in a huge roaster and turn it down on really low in the roaster. And but anyway, I'm gonna go get some rice to go, and I gotta go up to the house and get the rice and bring down here. I'm making some white rice. You can do any kind of rice you want to. I use jasmine rice, I use basmati rice, I use Mahatma long grain rice, I use minute rice. So whatever you want to use is what you use. And don't let anybody make you feel bad about what kind of rice you use. Use what you want to use, okay? And I'll show y'all how we plate this up though. Let me go get that rice done and I'll show you how to make it pretty, okay? I know there was something I started telling y'all about earlier and I went off on something else, but our friends that live in Kenner, which is right at New Orleans, have a bay tree, and they share some leaves off their tree with me, and oh my goodness, they're so much better than store-bought. Gracious alive. And so I wanted to give them a shout out. It's Pamela and Oscar Georgie, and they hunt up here in North Louisiana because we're called a hunter's paradise up here, okay? And they live down there where it's mostly water everywhere, which I love down there. But they share these with us. They have a bay tree, and it stays warmer down in South Louisiana than it does right up here, just 3.5 to 4 hours north. I want to get me a bay tree, but if it turns off too cold one winter, it might freeze it, but I still want to get me one. Yes, I do. But anyway, they share, and I cherish these because they share them with me. So oh my goodness, they're so good to have fresh ones off the tree. I just love them. They probably think, well, it's no big deal, but I tell you, I love them. They smell so good. And those were what we put in that stock when we made that gumbo stock. So anyway, I just wanted to tell Oscar and Pamela, thank you very much, because us Northerners, we really appreciate it. We really do. Y'all see, this is about coming to a boil, so I'm going to turn it down on low, and I'm going to let this simmer away, and I'm going to get the kitchen all cleaned up. I've been cleaning as we went pretty good, but still it starts catching up with you, kind of snowballing, doesn't it? So I'm going to get cleaned up and get us some rice going, and I'll get back on here. We've been waiting, and it's time, isn't it? Okay, guys, y'all see I've got a pot of rice going over here. We'll take the lid off of that, and I'm going to show y'all. I don't know when John's going to get home. Like I say, he's working candy cane, and the sun's still up, so he won't be home just yet. But I want to show y'all how this is going to be served up, okay? Let's get over here. I'm going to hold my bowl right here. I know y'all like to see it. Yes, I do. I know. Looking good. So far, so good, huh? And John likes it juicy. He likes lots of juice in there, so I'm going to put us lots of juice. Get some more little sausages. Looking good so far. And I do this just for looks. Now, when we're actually making it at the house, we won't necessarily put our rice on top, but it's prettier. I like to, just like that. just like that. And we're not finished. Y'all remember our sassafras filet? Now I'll put a little right on top, okay? Just a little sprinkling. And this is like fresh filet. It's not cooked in with our roux, so it's two different flavors, okay? And again, we're gonna sprinkle just a few onion tops around. I say that, I better just dig down in here. Let me get that right in front of y'all. Just like that. Just like that, y'all. Yes, yes, yes. Doesn't that look good? Yes, it does. I'm gonna put this down here to show y'all. We eat it with saltines. Like I say, you can serve it with French bread. You can do some French bread toast, you know, make it crispy. Whatever you like. John and I love it like this. And we're going to taste it now. Yes, yes we are. I'm so glad y'all stayed with me today. I know it's a long time, but y'all been wanting to see it. So I said, well, they'll stay with me. They'll stay with me. Let's taste it. Oh my goodness, that's good. It is so deep and rich in flavor. I cannot begin to explain it to you. I just can't. Y'all go make it. Go make it. Now it's on y'all. Now it's your turn. No, I didn't forget about that chicken stock we had left over. I've got a freezer bag here. I've just been letting it cool down so we can put it in the freezer. And I'll put that bag over in that bowl to hold it for me. It's another set of hands, isn't it? There we go. Last pot to clean. Yes, it is. Sticking right in there. And I'm going to seal this up and put it in my freezer. And I can use this. If I made gumbo again, I could use it. I can use it all during Thanksgiving. I want to make chicken and dressing. This would be great in chicken and dressing. But anyway, I'm going to get this pot cleaned up because now it's time. I got to go count cows, and they're hollering and carrying on because somebody just drove down the road on the tractor. We see that all day. And they're thinking that means they're supposed to get fed right now. So, like I say, John's working till dark, and it's getting dark. So I'm going to get out there, and I'm going to get them fed, and I'm going to go gather eggs and see if I can get them to go on in their coop and get the chickens up for the night. And I'll be ready for John, and I'll fix him a big old bowl of gumbo. But anyway, I better go do the rest of my farm chores, y'all. See y'all later.